Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time to take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. I'm hoping this is going to be a real treat. Guys, this is Shooting Creek Farm Brewery Rebel Ale. I did a review of basically this beer when they were at Shooting Creek Farm. To make a long story short, hopefully, what it was is a guy and I think his wife and some friends decided to start brewing their own beer and open up a brewery, and it was a very small operation. And they brewed some very tasty beers. Something happened along the line after they first got going, and I don't think they were in production more than a year or two or three. And I think what had happened, this is hearsay because I haven't talked to the guy that was brewing it, and him and his wife divorced, and they basically had to liquidate the assets. So that caused the brewery to shut down, and the equipment was sold, and it kind of went by the wayside. Over the last couple of months, I've heard some rumors that this beer was going to be produced again, but I didn't know where or who was going to do it. What has happened, according to what's here on the bottle, this is no longer produced, of course, in Floyd up at the brewer at the farmhouse brewery up there at Shooting Creek. But it's according to this, it says brewed and bottled for Shooting Creek Farm Brewery by Blue Mountain Barrel House, and they're in Arrington, Nelson County, Virginia. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you have actually heard of Blue Mountain Brewery. They do some really tasty beers up there, and they're up in Nelson County, and I've actually been to the brewery up there. So I don't know how many different ones. I have actually picked up two different ones, their Rebel Ale and their Brown Ale, Buffalo Brown Ale, and they were fairly tasty back in the day when they were brewing it up there. So I don't know what legal mumbo jumbo they've gone through to acquire the rights of this, or the head brewer is there. So I really don't know the background story. I just know that they're showing back up at the Kroger stores down here again. So I don't know if they're going to do all the beers that they offered up there, or these two are going to be done and no others. So I really don't know. Time will tell. So I thought these beers were fairly tasty. I knew the brewer. He led us in the. I'm in two different brewers clubs, and the one in Blacksburg. We actually had a monthly meeting up there at the brewery, and got to sample some different beers, and met everybody up there. And really nice guys, and a really remote, right off of Blue Ridge Parkway, really scenic drive, especially for the motorcycle enthusiasts. It's a very nice drive. I don't know a whole lot more than what I just told you. So time will tell. I think they quit production back in 2011, and I did review these beers then, but I've seen them and I said, well, let's give them a re-review since Blue Mountain is brewing them now. Pretty sure, I don't know if they've tweaked the recipes or they're using exactly the same recipes that they used when they were being brewed up in Floyd, Virginia. So let's get on with this one. Alright, I went to both Rate Beer and Beer Advocate. Rate Beer actually has it listed as brewed at Blue Mountain Brewery now, but they're still saying it's in Floyd, Virginia, which they are not. And it doesn't have any recent reviews. I mean, everything was back from 2011. So this is fairly new offerings from Blue Mountain. So like I said, I don't know the background of how many other beers they're going to do for them, or if they're just actually brewing them for the guy that was brewing them up there, or what the deal is. But we're going to re-review, especially the two that I picked up. and see how tasty they are. So the beer distribution here in Virginia is kind of screwed up, so I don't know how far out these beers are going to go. If they're going to try to get them everywhere the Blue Mountain beers are, if it's going to be something local available to around here or not, guys. Time will tell. So let's see how good this one is. This is their Rebel Ale, and what it is a pale rye ale with a smooth palate and a mellow hop flavor. Other than that, it doesn't have a whole lot of other things on there. It's got some kind of Patriot with an American flag right above the Shooting Creek name on here. It doesn't have the ABV or any other information written on here. It does have an enjoy by date right above the barcode, and this one says 06/2014. So that's a good thing. We got a date on the beer. So according, if it's brewed to the same recipe that this one, it says it's 5.8%. And the commercial description says a great session beer for hot or cold weather, brewed with malted barley and rye for a unique flavor, quenching zip, rich malt character, and deep amber glow, moderately bitter using Cascade hops grown by Shooting Creek Farm Brewery. So I don't know how accurate that is. I thought that land up there was sold, so I don't know if he's still growing hops up there or if that's just an old description, guys. So let's get the cap off of this one and see what it's about. See if it's tasty. Let's get this down out of the way and get this into the glass. And technically this is classified as an amber/red ale, depends on who you talk to or what site you go to. Not a whole lot of information. It's brand new. I mean, this is the first week that I've seen it at the grocery store. So over into the light, it is a rich amber color, moderately carbonated. There are a few bubbles streaming up. Looks pretty good. That pour gave us about a half a finger of head. Let's get a nose on it. Very nice. Got a very nice rye malt presence on this. Got a sweet smell to it. I don't know if Cascades are still used for the hopping of this beer or not. That's what it says on this commercial description, but a lot of this stuff is when it was up on the mountain. Smells very good. It's got a nice floral rye nose on it with a little bit of caramel and toffee in there. So let's give it a taste and see what we got here, guys. Cheers, everybody. Very clean, nice rye taste to it. Caramel, toffee, herbal, floral hop presence. Very easy drinking, no alcohol taste at all to me. Very sessionable. A great transitional beer if you're into the Bud Miller Coors, to have something with a little, especially if you're like a rye beer. This has got a nice rye presence to it. Nothing super outstanding, but very drinkable, very sessionable, very tasty, very refreshing. Almost a 6%er, if the ABV is correct. It's not on the bottle. And I went to Blue Mountain's website too, and they don't have anything listed for redoing these beers. They just have their all the beers that has the Blue Mountain name on them. So we're kind of in the dark on this. Maybe there are some subscribers out there that have a little more, especially the guys in the local area here that watch the beer reviews might have a little more information. Some of the club members may have some more information. So anybody that's got any further information, feel free to post them in the comments. But let's let it warm up, and I'll come back and do the final chug and grade on this one. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little bit left here. This is a decent brew. It's nothing outstanding. It is a nice rye ale to me. A little bit of caramel, a little bit of toffee, a nice rye presence, very well made, not getting into the alcohol at almost 6%. It's got the bottling, it's got the date on it when it was put in the bottle, so that's a win-win situation there. And I'm kind of glad that they're going to be doing the Shooting Creek beers again. It's a very session ale, very sessionable ale as far as I'm concerned. If you're not looking for something super hoppy and you like that rye taste, they did a couple of really nice beers up at Shooting Creek before they closed down. Their Captain Stout, which was a peppery stout, which I thought was really, really tasty. And they also did a pumpkin ale, which was really, really tasty. So I hope they end up doing those two beers again. So I got one more of those beers in the fridge. They're Buffalo Brown. We're going to be doing that one and seeing how good it is. But this one is it's slightly above average. Nothing outstanding. I don't think it's quite to the A category, but it's a decent beer. It's a nice nice rye ale. So let's do the final chug. Very easy drinking. You could drink this with just about any kind of food. And speaking of that, I really don't think I gave you that. The food pairings for this beer, the cheese is the sharp blue, cheddar, and the meat is beef, poultry, and fish. Of course, the glassware is pint, becker, the nonic, the tumbler, the mug, the stein, the side ale. I used the pint glass today for this one. And the beer is not recommended for extended cellar rings, being a 5.8% beer. Overall, it's a decent rye ale. I mean, it's nothing outstanding. And I don't think the price is, off the chart. I think the 6-pack of this is between $7 and $9, $10, somewhere in that area. Very easy drinking. If you're having a few friends over, it's a nice one to have share with them. If you want to get out of the Bud Miller or Coors category, this may be a good transitional beer for you. But it was okay. I enjoyed it. I'm going to give this the 5, which is a B-. Like I said, nothing super outstanding, but a nice representation of a rye ale. I enjoyed it. So if you see it, pick it up. Like I said, there's not a great big distribution on this beer, I don't think, but I would think everywhere that you could find the Blue Mountain beers, you might be able to find this one. So let me know if you've had it recently. I think it tastes pretty close to what the original version was. Don't know if they use the exact recipe, like I said, or the same hops, but from what I recollect of it, it tastes pretty close to what the original beer was. So let me know if you've had it. And as always, guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and let's take that walk tomorrow and see what's in the fridge. See you then.